and I are inseparable companions, and I have vowed him my perpetual society in exchange for his devotion." No, Elizabeth Barrett Browning wasn't writing about her future husband, the poet Robert Browning. She was referring to her dog. Few were as attached to their pets as the enormously popular Victorian poet Elizabeth Barrett Browning. And few pets have made such a difference in a writer's life. An unusually prolific young poet, at age 12, Elizabeth had penned her own epic, The Battle of Marathon. She also rode her pony at breakneck speeds, went for walks and picnics, and took part in plays her family put on. But she was often ill or depressed, with head and spinal pain, and as she got older, her fond but tyrannical father seemed quick to confine her. To this day, her ailment, or combination of them, remains a mystery. Whatever her illness, physical or mental, she became reclusive and anxious. Doctors did little for her except prescribe an opium-alcohol mixture, which may have worsened her symptoms. She spent most of her time in her upstairs room, always dressed in black, keeping caged doves, wasting away in foggy, dusty London. Her health slowly improved as she headed into her 30s, though she wasn't writing and saw few people other than immediate family. Then, one day, a friend sent her a radiant, purebred cocker spaniel. It was love at first sight. Flush, no one knows the story behind the name, was simply adorable. It didn't matter if he tore her letters, chewed her shoes, or wet her books. He made her laugh when he danced or played a game of climbing atop her head and tumbling down her shoulders. He woke her up each morning by gently nibbling her hands. They took coffee together, with him insisting on drinking out of a cup like hers, even though it made him sneeze. The maid bathed him and dried him with one of Elizabeth's shawls. Elizabeth was afraid of many things, and loyal, joyful Flush made her feel safe in that unique way that pets can soothe us, safe enough to resume contact with the outside world through letters, and to begin writing poetry again. Her work was experimental, sometimes shocking, and she wrote in every form: sonnets, ballads, epics, dramas, religious poems. She even wrote one of the great dog poems, To Flush, My Dog, praising his glossy golden curls and irrepressible liveliness. Her influences included the English poet John Milton, the Italian poet Dante, and the feminist writer Mary Wollstonecraft. Her first collection of poems revealed her passion for Greek politics. A later poem, The Cry of the Children, condemned child labor and helped bring about child labor reforms. Then, in 1844, her collection Poems brought her great success, attracting the admiration of poet Robert Browning, 6 years her junior. "I love your verses with all my heart, dear Miss Barrett," he began his letter. Again, love at first sight. Once Flush was appeased. He bit Robert, not once, but twice. Robert sensibly realized that Flush was just acting as dogs do, and won him over with his favorite cakes. Flush had a sweet tooth, and dined on macaroons, plum cake, and grapes. In one of literature's greatest love stories, Robert and Elizabeth's courtship had to be carried out in secret, for Elizabeth's father had forbidden any of his children to marry. Wealthy London families at the time often had problems with dog nappers, and poor Flush was dog-napped 3 times and had to be ransomed. The 3rd time, Elizabeth braved real danger to rescue him herself, paying the ransom, though her father had said not to. She wrote to a friend, "I am so flushified I can write of nothing else." The adventure emboldened her to do what she did next. One afternoon in 1846, carrying Flush, of course, Elizabeth met Robert at a bookstore. They made their way to the night ferry, which got them across the English Channel to France, and from there they traveled to the mild, sunny climate of Italy. A plague of Italian fleas meant that Flush's golden curls had to be shorn, but Browning blossomed. She ate in a restaurant for the first time, and found happiness and health in Italy in all kinds of ways. Her father never forgave